Action activate!
It's Halloween time where we are, but when you're watching this, it may or may not be. Regardless, it is time for, where is it? Action Activate. And if it's time for Action Activate, and I'm Gazbot, which is who I am, then with me, as always,
the big dog. Today I'm the homage dog because I got Cosmic Fury gear.
Oh, tasty.
Boom, 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 boom,
Very
boom.
nice.
The power is on.
Yeah, I'm just a big old Halloween man. What are
Inverted jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, but wait.
Hey.
Underneath.
I love that Morphicon shirt. It's so cool.
It's fun. Yeah, it is.
But we're not here to talk about apparel. We're here to talk about Cosmic Fury Episode 4.
In a way, it's apparel because they have their new suits.
In a way, us talking about things separately yet unified is very, similar to Teamwork, which is the name of the episode. I thought this was cool. We got to see Ollie actually lead the villains, which was cool.
Yes. This is where he felt the most like an anime villain to me.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Please stop
trying to pull them all together because they're kind of like they weren't even really warriors. They were like.
I'm so terrified that these screen grabs are going to get a strike.
This.
Yes.
There's no sound, and I'm skipping ahead to
you think that YouTube takes pity on us, but they really don't.
I'll tell you what, if this gets us a copyright strike, I'll never show anything ever again. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Because
do your worst.
I mean, this is the definition of fair use.
Well, to be fair, this episode I thought was pretty good. They're looking for Zato. This is the one with the tree shenanigans, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Where he's chilling in a tree, recuperating, reanimating.
Yeah, but I don't think we know that yet. But yeah, that we end up to that.
Yeah. I thought this episode again was good. We have good pace. We get Mick back. Get some good shenanigans with him.
Yeah, there's a little bit of shenanigans with Mick. There's a little bit of shenanigans with the hench creatures, and it works. It's not too over the top. It's just That was my saber turning off.
we're doing some Star Wars talk before this, but right here, I love the Sentinels. I know I've said it a couple times, but it's weird that like there's so many unique suits and things of garb in this season that we really like, but then you're just not a fan of those Ranger suits.
Are you?
I don't dislike them as much as you, but I do think that they could have been a little bit better based on what we see with Ollie and the Sentinels and other stuff.
You said this, and other people have said it too. When you see this, it's like, what? How? Why could they do that for him? Because he's got extra armor and built up, but he doesn't have the muscle suit. And that's not the whole difference, but that's like the biggest.
It's enough of a difference where you're like, oh yeah.
He's just a modified version of the suit we already had, but it works awesome.
Yeah.
And when I see that, I'm like, I want that figure. I want the Sentinels. But I mean, I guess if I'm being honest, if they made Cosmic Fury figures, I guess I'd get them, but I'm not like dying to have them. I'd rather have the rest of Dino Fury, to be honest.
I want both, but we get a cool, morph with almost the full team here, and I like it. Seeing them all together, I think is good. It's definitely very apparent the fake muscles and
chest for the ladies.
Yeah. And the
I'm
chest.
Not trying to be gross about it, but it's true. That's not their real anatomy.
Goofy looking.
Yeah.
I do love the like little armor they have though.
I like the armor. I like Javi's robotic arm. Looks cool. The suit designs don't bother me. I feel like we're going to say this every episode, so let's just move
on. That's a goofy looking monster, but so bright and vibrant.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to say. I like that these monsters. He's trying to pull them together. but none of them are warriors. They were like friends. They're like, what do you call it? Like debutantes and just like hangers. They're like an entourage. That's what it is. They're an entourage.
Yeah. But yeah, good fight here. Definitely get the back and forth between them. Again, Sentinels coming in. I really like those weapons they have. The weird like sword, axe, blaster deals. And again, we're looking for Zato. They end up finding him eventually. I think this episode.
What?
Oh God. No, I was just reading it too. But yeah, another solid episode. I can't think of anything other than the Ollie suit reveal that was like, oh my gosh, they did this thing. But yeah, the Ollie suit reveal is great, and again frustrates us in a different way.
Yes. Yeah. And it's the thing. It's not that the villains can't have cool suits, because like one could argue that Void Knight had a cooler suit than the Dino Fury Rangers.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like theirs weren't good.
Yeah.
You know? And
exactly.
So.
Yeah, we keep going. We're searching. They found
the impact crater, and they found shreds of his costume, and that's what they found, because that's what he originally found, was a shred of the costume. This was a complaint I remember having when we did the whole thing. I love these shots. Every time I pause on a group shot, everyone's like serious, and Mick's like, like he always has a different.
Kelson's the best, man. Kelson's the best.
He's gonna be a Ranger stop.
Oh, nice. Okay.
First East Coast appearance, apparently.
Is anybody else going to Ranger stop
from this show?
Yes.
Hunter.
From our show.
Yes. I will be there too.
Yes.
Yes, but I'm not from Cosmic Fury. I'm from the world we live in.
You're from Cosmic Fury Reviews.
That's true.
On Action Activate. Yeah. Keep on.
The plants start attacking them, and this is one of those okay, I guess, like kind of one with nature, respect your environment sort of things. But
yeah, it reminded me of Krakoa from the X-Men.
Yeah, I can see that. But I do like that. Again, it's something they've done well in this season, where like something happens that could be a whole episode of like fighting with trees because they don't know what's going on. But she's like, oh wait, maybe they're alive. Let me use my mental powers to see what's up. And she's like, yep, they're all connected.
I feel like they do so much of a better job of utilizing that this season than they did prior.
Absolutely. Well, I agree, and I maybe unfairly or maybe apologetically chalk that up to Amelia being a human. I mean, she's not. She's a Rafkonian, but she grew up as kind of like Superman. You know what I mean? He's from Krypton, but he's an Earthling, and so she maybe just sees things differently and thinks of like, well, I'm just going to communicate with everything, and maybe the others just don't think of it that way.
I think they just think of the proper uses of it and how it can help them, as opposed to just like a weird MacGuffin from time to time, where again, it made me realize, oh, if they could utilize the Rafkonia mind powers better, they just really fumbled when it came to the keys last season.
Yeah.
But we've said that time and time. That's such a cool shot. I love when a Red Ranger has a cracked helmet. It's a trope we've had so many times, and I love seeing it yet again.
And look at that great white suit. I mean, the top is a little bit silly, but what a nice white suit. I'm glad at least he has a cool suit.
Hang on. He's going to come out of this tree unscathed. We hope.
This kind of annoyed me that they were getting put up in the vines, and they had to kind of relearn the lesson they just learned a second ago. Like, oh no, let's talk to them. But at least they did it.
Yeah. Again, right there with the Sentinels, I like them showing that the blaster and you can keep going. You can keep going.
They're holding it. The blaster in their hand you're talking about?
Yeah, that it's a sword and a blaster.
Hey, you said keep going.
Yeah, keep going forward.
Oh my god.
We could talk about it in passing. Another great thing, the Zed base, really like it.
I forget what they're looking at here. Oh, they're looking at the big ship that landed. We're just not seeing the shot of it.
Yeah.
Which is Ollie's ship, and they morph up. Oh yeah, and Kelson morphs up too. I forgot he had another morph in this.
Yeah, that's another one that is long overdue, is Ninja Steel Red, mostly for the other Red Rangers, not necessarily for I forget the main guy's name that I'm forgetting.
The Red Ninja Steel Ranger?
Yeah.
William Schufelt. But you're talking about the character.
Yeah.
Brody?
Yes! Ninja Steel point for you.
The most appropriate Ninja Steel point ever in the history.
Honestly, though.
So this is where he pulls Zato out. who's wearing a completely different outfit. And
yeah,
also, go ahead.
No, I'm with you. It makes no sense.
Completely different outfit, but when we saw him in his white outfit that was supposedly torn up and leaving huge big pieces of cloth, it wasn't torn up at all, even in the cave.
There is a simple explanation for that.
So he picks him up, and the trees are like, "Oh, enjoy your life with what time you have left." And this is where he starts his lying, because Ion's like, "What does he mean by that?" He's like, "Oh, just because we all only have so much time. They don't
yeah, mortality and all, right? Hey, yeah, his sash is kind of off-putting, but yeah, the cockpit shots are great.
Who's Zato's sash or Mick's
Zato's.
Okay.
No, Ninja Steel suits are great.
I love seeing other like Billy or Mick in there. Yeah, it's just fun. And then they form up and they're like, "Whoa, we immediately win." Basically. Oh no, I'm wrong. Forgot they do have a problem at first.
Yeah.
I misspoke.
God.
Then
I need to crack open those Zords soon.
Do it.
I know. I just need to, sit down.
The Japanese ones now, right? Or do you still?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is where he's like, I thought pink was your color, but red suits you. And there's that like, ooh, is this going to be a problem? But of course not, because Zato's awesome.
Yeah.
And,
the Morphin Grid chose you to be Red Ranger for a reason. He says, kind of in a paraphrased way.
Yeah, which is fine.
Also, Zato, we got something for you.
Yes, and also Zato. Here's the other thing. The Zato knows he's not long for the mortal world. The Morphing Grid probably also knows that. So a replacement must be chosen.
It's true.
You could argue that maybe it should have been someone else on the team, but I don't. That's a different argument. But like
one thing I like that I was thinking about when we originally watched this was like, why doesn't Billy give himself upgraded powers? But I guess the basis is Dino Fury. So
yeah, and I guess also theoretically he's still part of Mighty Morphin. Like the implication is because he talks about his team. So the implication is that like, what's he gonna upgrade himself with their power and then go back to his own team? That'd be weird.
It's happened.
When?
Comics.
Okay. And then so he morphs into the T-Rex Fury Zenith Ranger, thereby getting rid of the last good Dino Charge costume. Because he has the same problem that all the others have, but with probably the worst colored suit ever.
I don't think it's the worst ever, but
what's worse than this weird tan beige blah tapioca color?
I'm sure there is one. I just would have to look.
Went from red to white to this.
It was like silvery white, but
it was a good color. Is my point. His other
I don't know, man. They want an original one. Let them have it. It's not all about you, Gaz.
You know what they could have done? They could have picked a different original color, first of all. Or they could have made it like a chromy, like sort of iridescent color, or they could have color blocked it where it had like gold and black and like different, more colors than you'd normally see. And he's the Zenith Ranger because he's got a little bit of everything or something, like a cool rainbow color.
Like a Spectrum Ranger.
Anything would Zenith is like the top, the best, the top. That's what it means. And no.
But hey, here we are. Fern's still here, kicking around.
Yeah, I was thinking she was already the Orange Ranger, especially because that other shot where she's standing there with all the Rangers, and it just looks like she's already wearing orange. I forgot that she
is. It's the calm before the orange storm.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall good. Keep on going. Everybody's kind of weirded out about stuff. They go to Eltar, villain stuff.
This guy's not getting enough screen time.
Yeah, he was really cool.
It's always like, oh, everything I do is terrible. Why didn't I do better? Like, it's just like a fun dynamic. I would have liked to have seen more of him.
Yeah,
that's a cool shot of Zed.
Zed being great.
Yeah, that's like a desktop wallpaper shot.
Yeah, honestly.
And here's more tutoring of like his evil apprentice.
Yeah, why'd you fail again? I'm disappointed in you. Yada yada yada.
He's like a ranger. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Oh, that's the end. All right.
Good. A good way of getting Zato back. We didn't have that weird worm monster this episode, so it was cool.
I like this. The first two episodes are still my favorite.
Yep.
I think I like this one. I liked it as much as 3, maybe a little more.
I liked this more than 3 significantly. Because we get Ollie. We get Ollie in his new suit, and they fight, and it's a good fight.
I agree. Yeah, that's true. I guess. It is better. I guess and in 3 had stuff I didn't like, but I love that the isolation of just like, we're stranded and it's this desolate area. Yeah, I see your shirt. It's lovely.
Look, It's got the only Zenith Ranger in Power Rangers right there.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is, because I have been the big dog, and he is Gazbot, and catch us for episode 5 coming up. And
wait. Go to your local Burlington coat factory. $20 each for these 2 packs if you're looking for them. That's the Turtle Power Ranger crossovers.
And if you already got them years ago, like me, you don't have to worry about it. And with that, to the power.
To the power. Oh, I was almost going to hit end recording, but I need to hit end credits. You're not talking over the credits.
Haha, it helps when you unmute.
Ah, you sucker.
I know. I got. Hey, if you stayed this long, you're welcome. And I'm sorry at the same time.
Are you dressing up for Halloween?
I am. I'm going to be Tigger in a onesie.
Oh, I think I already knew that, but now everyone knows that. Yeah. I'm going to do my not so great Kanan cosplay.
Kanan Jarrus?
You know what I'm going to get? I went to a Halloween party, like a block party, just people I don't know, like had a moon jumper and like, come if you have a kid. And they said, get dressed up. And so I got this Kanan t-shirt, which is terrible, by the way. It is just terrible. But I bought some pants and I had my boots and I wore my Jedi backpack and I had the hilt in it. And so I was like, all right, like people might not know him Kanan, but they'll be like, oh, he's like a Jedi. No, the people here are not. The closest I got was people thought I was a Ghostbuster. Like, you're a Ghostbuster? And I'm like, no. And then one person eventually was like, oh, you're a Jedi. I'm like, I like Star Wars. I'm like, oh, okay, they're kind of an obscure character. Like, oh no, like I'm really into it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, and I didn't even go to Rebels. I went like, you know, in Ahsoka, they're like, oh, I didn't watch Ahsoka. I'm like, I'm a Jedi. Because I'm not trying to be snobby, but it's like, yeah. Oh, you're a huge Star Wars. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you know, but.
You know what I should have done is I should have dressed up as the Gold Ranger, and people still wouldn't have known who I was.
The Zenith Ranger.
No, the Gold Samurai Ranger, the suit I actually own.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
But then they'd be like, "Are you like the Gold Knight?" And I'd be like, "Who's the Gold Knight? That's not even a person."
You can't give it to people that haven't offended you yet, right?
I am angry because I know.
I'm going to stop this for your own good.
There are neighbors that are not the neighbors I would choose for myself. Let's put it that way. He left. The show is all mine. I'm going to say poop. No, I shouldn't say poop. Okay, I won't say poop.